Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kurt. Welcome back to Farlands or Bust. Woof. Woof indeed. This is episode 406 of Farlands or Bust. Just doing the old scoping out the area, making sure we're safe to continue on here. Well, I don't know. Well, no, we're not safe. Wolfie, come on, let's go. Let's get out of here. I knew it. I had a feeling. I sensed a disturbance in the force. And I certainly was almost disturbed there. Getting too quick for you guys. Too fast. Too sly. Too... My reflexes float like a butterfly. Sting like... soap in your eyes. All right. Is that guy still following? He's still following. All right. Well, I guess we'll continue on. We don't want to linger too long. You can't come with us, dear creeper guy. You cannot come with us. You are not welcome in the Farlands, I'm afraid. So you shall stay. Oh, he's still coming. Oh, this guy's persistent, if anything. Oh, there we go. All right. Now we can actually relax a little bit and clear out our inventory from the last episode and continue west to the Farlands here in Minecraft Beta 1.7.3. And like I said, we're at episode 406. Today is Wednesday, September 17th, 2014. I had to look at my notes. I wasn't sure what day it was. So yeah, it's September 17th, and got a big donation here for Child's Play charity in the past 2 days since the last episode, and a few other ones, but we're up to $12,250 raised Season 5 of Farlands or Bust so far for Child's Play charity. I do appreciate that big donation, you know who you are, but also all the other donations that have come in. Helping out a good cause, get toys, books, and games to kids in hospitals around the world. I forgot to make boats in the last episode, so let's make some boats. Making some boats. Making some boats. Boat. Making some boats. Rather poorly, actually. There we go. Woof. Wolfie agrees. So indeed, yeah, over at farlandsorbust.com, on the homepage, you will see the donation widget. You click donate. All the funds go directly. You're literally directly donating to childsplaycharity.org, and I get a little bit of a tracker and a notification. And if you want to leave a comment in the comment field, you can ask a question about anything and everything, pretty much. And I'll try to get to it here on a future episode of Farlands or Bust. But, yeah, since the last episode, we mentioned that our friend Vintage Beef is in Europe participating in the Forza Fuel event thing. There have been challenges every day. Kind of cool seeing the updates from there. He is taking the pictures and sharing things of the different supercars and the different locations, and seems like a pretty cool location, or a event, and, you know, pretty crazy. It seems a little bit... Yeah, I'm not sure how Forza or the Xbox people or whatever are going to be... Like, they're not really promoting it, per se. There was, like, one short video posted from the first event where they were chasing a helicopter or something. But I'm not sure if, like, later on they're going to put together, like, an actual series. It almost seems like it's reality show-ish. It is like a competition. There's other YouTubers from around the world who are trying to get Forza Fuel, and you know, there's really no explanation as to how the Forza Fuel is counted. It's a little bit disorganized, but I guess they're getting the word out, and I guess that's the point. Is, you know, I'm retweeting, I'm entering in the competitions and saying Forza Fuel, so I guess, you know, they're advertising this next Forza Horizon game, and here I'm mentioning it in an episode of Farlands or Bust. So, social medias, I suppose, is what they're going for with that. Oh, how did I pick up some seeds? Random seeds. That's how pollination works, everybody. It's like those seeds that get stuck to your shoelaces when you're walking. Those little sprickly? Those little prickly spiny mobs that attach to your pant leg when you're walking through. Is that just like in America? I'm assuming everywhere plants have evolved to try to stick to animals and then get traversed and walk across certain distances and then to pollinate new areas. That's how it works, right? That's why they ask you if you've been to a farm if you're traveling to a foreign country, so to see if you're like carrying some sort of strange and invasive species of animal or disease or livestock type foot and mouth disease from the different cows and animals. So yeah, tangent. Got a few of those here. But yeah, it's pretty cool watching Vintage Beef do cool stuff like that. And I suppose a little bit of I was meaning to be a little bit more of a surprise, but one of the yesterday's challenges was to download the Forza Horizon 2 demo on the Xbox One and do one of the time trial races and then compare them to the ones they did for the challenge. There was a live stream yesterday. Yeah, that was another thing. There was a live stream on Twitch where they had all the participants and Beef was on there, and then they had them do a run on one of the maps in the demo, and then that's how they ranked or something like that. I'm not sure. And the challenge, the fan challenge, was to get the demo yourself and race and post a time and then post your time to Twitter. I posted a time. I beat Beef's time, but I didn't beat the other participants' times in that, which was kind of a little bit of a spoiler alert in the fact that I, in order to do that, had to do so on an Xbox One. And indeed, I got an Xbox One. Kind of a few of the responses on Twitter were, oh, Microsoft buys Mojang and suddenly you buy an Xbox, blah, 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 blah. Actually, no, I bought it last week. Even though in an episode of Far Lands or Bust last week, I mentioned how Xbox, the promotion was you buy an Xbox, you get a free video game. And I'm like, nah, I don't know if that's enough of incentive to get people to buy an Xbox. Well, I guess it was enough of an incentive for me. I had been hemming and hawing, and, you know, I said, you know, really, I'm a little bit more used to and ingrained in the PlayStation market. But that was enough of an incentive for me to get an Xbox, and then I got Forza, depending on how you pronounce it, Forza 5 as my free game. And also, it was actually the thing that made me pull the trigger is through the Xbox, the actual Microsoft stores. They also then, on top of that, were giving $50 gift cards to the Xbox store. So I'm like, okay, it's pretty much, that's almost 2 games, technically. Well, I don't even know if you can use that money to pay for games, but I hope you would. But, so yeah, I got the free game and then $50 through the Xbox thing. And really, it's because through the Patreon, one of my milestones was to start doing console gaming. And so yeah, I've ordered and I'm waiting for. The reason I haven't done anything on the channel is because I'm waiting for a capture card to come in. Like I said, I talked to MC Gamer and he gave me the lowdown and what the best thing for this, that, and the other is. And got a capture card and waiting for that to come in from Newegg in the coming days here. But I've been playing with it for like a week. I was kind of planning on like the first, like not mentioning anything until I just upload a video suddenly and everybody was like, huh? But I kind of got spoiled because I wanted to participate in that the Team Beef thing with the time trials. So yeah, I got an Xbox One. I'm kind of hemming and hawing. I'm back and forth about why or whether or not I should talk about my thoughts about it here in Far Lands or Bust, or maybe I should wait until like I start actually publishing videos from the Xbox. It's all right. I'm getting there and back and whatnot. It's I'm still, the thing that gets me is the controller. I'm not a fan of the controller. My controller here for my PC is based on the PlayStation controller, but the thing I noticed about the Xbox 360 controller, or I'm not sure, well, the Xbox One controller, I'm sure it's pretty similar, if not the same as the 360 controller. The thumbsticks seem incredibly tiny, don't they? Like both the size of the thumb pad, but also the size of the stick. Excuse me? Beg your pardon? It's not about the size, everybody. It's not about the size. But it just seems really small, and it doesn't seem like there's much finesse you can have based on the size. I need some of B00's thumbstick extenders he was talking about when he was playing, because he was playing Call of Duty with Generic B with his controller. The nubbins, the little extenders that supposedly give you more range of motion. Ooh, let's make an elevated hidey hole here in a sea of wild wolves, and then Wolfie can kind of yeah, they're communicating. They're letting, you know, Wolfie's letting them know about the things he's seen, the places he's been, the cactuses he's rubbed his face into. All the barking. Not sure which one is Wolfie. Oh, this is pretty interesting. But yeah, that's like my first impression is this controller, the thumbsticks. I need them to be bigger for my gigantic hands. You know what they say about a guy with gigantic hands? Let's go to sleep. And wakeness. Woof. Right. Have you caught up? Discussing things with the tribe here? Yep. Doing all right? Cool. All right, let's continue on then. See you guys later. Wolves. Oh, now they're like... They're culminating around the elevated hidey hole. It is now their home. Feel free to use the bed. It's a doggy bed if you can get up there. Woof. Wolfie knows. So yeah, I think I'll wait until I actually start uploading videos on YouTube with the Xbox to give my thoughts. Like the interface is, it's got good and bad parts, and I guess another thing I could mention is I got Forza 5, and it's been a while. My last console was a PlayStation 2. I guess I kind of imagined, to me, console gaming is, oh, you get the console, you turn it on, it's plug and play, basically. You put in the disc and you can play right away. No. Plug in the Xbox, it had to do system updates, of course, that I kind of expected, whatever. But I put in the disc, the Forza disc, and suddenly it's like, oh, we have to download 16 gigabytes of updates. 16 gigabytes? 1.21 gigawatts? But 16 gigabytes, that's the entire game. That's bigger than a lot of the games I have on Steam. Like full game installs I have on Steam. I wouldn't be surprised, and perhaps this is the case, perhaps it isn't, but it kind of makes me think maybe on the discs, the physical discs, there isn't any data at all. I wouldn't be surprised if it's just like a key. You plug in the disc and then that's like your Steam key to activate the product. And then it downloads the game off the cloud or whatever, off the Xbox or whatever servers. I'm like, 16 gigabytes? Good gravy. The good thing is after like 10% of it downloading, you're able to actually start playing, and then it does the rest of the updates in the background. But good googly moogly. It's pretty much PC gaming, but more restrictive. So yeah, I got that, and like I said, that's thanks to the... I wouldn't have done that had it not been for the success of the Patreon. That was one of the milestones. And when I do start uploading videos of console games, they are going to be commercial free thanks to that. So look forward to that. I'm not sure when this capture card is going to be coming in, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of futzing around with what with all the settings and what I'm gonna be able to record, and my audio. I'm still not entirely. I'll have to talk to MC Gamer and B for Pause, or whoever has also been doing Xbox recording gaming, and see how that all sets up properly. But we'll get that up and running. New and amazing things here for the old KurtJMac channel, the old Vitamin Barn. But yeah, we're gonna continue. Farlands are busting here. People asked on Twitter and elsewhere for me to comment on NASA recently announced, was it yesterday, that they've selected the 2 companies for commercial crew development. One of them being SpaceX, which was kind of expected since they already kind of have a rocket and a spaceship. They just need to get it man-rated. What am I trying to do here? I'm trying to make... yeah, let's skip the boats for now. I feel like I could just swim across here. Just because I noticed it closes off over there. It'd be kind of pointless. So yeah, they show SpaceX and Boeing. I think, is Boeing... Which one is Boeing gonna make? Boeing is a little bit of a weird choice. Because they don't have a rocket or a spaceship. I mean, they're... I don't know. A lot of people asked about that. I haven't had the time to really read up on that, or the thoughts on that about this is for commercial crew to the International Space Station, basically the contract. There's some $4.6 billion budget for that, so this is going to be allocated for the further research and the development and then the eventual testing, and then actually starting the contracts to ferry U.S. astronauts to and fro the International Space Station. This is separate, I think. I'm pretty sure this is separate from Orion, the other SLS manned space flight kerfuffle with the asteroid redirect and Mars missions and stuff like that. That's a separate deal. But yeah, a lot of people ask me to comment on that. I haven't read up on that too much to understand or to know much about it. But yeah, that happened. So I'll maybe in the next episode, or well, next episode's gonna be Fan Friday. But in a future episode, I'll read up on different opinions on that and thoughts on that. So indeed. Speaking of questions, I suppose we're halfway into the episode here. Let's kind of not answer this question, but I just want to say it because it was asked from a donation to Child's Play charity. But Delta Whiskey asks, what are your thoughts, if any, on the independence referendum in Scotland? Whoa! Wolfie, why'd you spawn all the way down there? A deep sea diver. I don't have any opinions on it because I don't know much, aside from the fact that I've heard that's about what I've heard of it. I think the headlines I see are that, it's surprising that actually the independence from the UK is actually, like, yes, the vote to yes, for, like, the initial polls were surprisingly for yes as opposed to no. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know the ramifications of that, the political, the economic, or anything. It's a little bit outside of the scope of the type of stuff I follow, but I suppose whatever does happen, I hope it's a good thing. You know, you hate for things to happen only to end up bad, and everybody's sour about it, but yeah, I'm not entirely sure, because I really haven't. This is a topic I wish to I will be bowing out of, since I don't know much about it. Boosh! Bam! Ah, whoa! These pigs were very fruitful in their offerings. Continuing on, Joe from the UK. Perhaps we should ask Joe about what he thinks. But Joe from the UK with this donation asks, I was wondering what games you are looking forward to, and how do those games compare to the games you looked forward to 10 or 20 years ago? Well, 10 or 20 years ago, I really, without the internet, there really wasn't much to look forward to, because there was none of this hype. There were no pre-orders, there were no... well, maybe there were, like, demos and stuff like that, but it was really, you would only get interested in a game if you saw it on the shelf, and were like, okay, I will buy this game. It was kind of like that. I'm not sure. Certainly, the types of games I'm playing and looking forward to now are much different, in the sense that they're more, there's more of an indie influence on my game choice. We got the games like Eidolon, or Eidolon, as I have been corrected, as it's supposed to be pronounced. Eidolon, those explorations game. You got this Mindcraft, obviously, and even, I'm looking forward to the further development of games that we're playing, the pre-release games, like Assetto Corsa. I'm looking forward to Project Cars. I'm a little bit worried that it is going to be more on the arcade style of things, a lot like your Forzas and Grid types. It looks like it could be a simulator, but just the way it seems like they're marketing it as more of a arcade-esque simulator, like your Forzas and things like that. So I'm holding my breath for that one. Drive Club seems interesting, now that I do have, obviously, the Xbox. The Forza Horizon looks interesting. It seems, again, it seems the Forza Horizon is going the Drive Club route, where, you can have your friends and you drive with them and earn things like that, and, or no, not Drive Club, I'm sorry. Drive Club is a different thing entirely. I meant, what's the one that's coming out with all the demos? It's Ubisoft. The Crew. Well, actually, and also Drive Club are those other ones that are all... Drive Club is PlayStation, right? But yeah, they're all like these similar like social racing games, which I suppose I'm kind of looking forward to. What else am I looking? I don't know. I'm not really. There's not much. There's not much that strikes my fancy on the horizon so much. Yeah, I'm not much of a pre-order person. I'm not much of, you know, I don't keep up with, like, ooh, what's Valve working on now? Or, ooh, what's Blizzard? Or this or that or the other, you know. Yeah, no, I can't say I'm looking forward to, but yeah, that, I mean, that's kind, you know, 10 or 20 years ago, I wouldn't, you know, the gaming in me kind of went up and down as far as, like, my interest in gaming. So 10, 20 years ago, I was probably not that interested in playing video games anyway. I mean, I did kind of like the, maybe 20, 15 years ago, I was into the first-person shooters on the computers, the PC gaming. That was really all there kind of was back in Windows 98 type stuff. Really like Rainbow Six, the original Call of Duty, you know, games like that. Mech Warrior 2, 3, I can't remember which ones it was, but yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure. So yeah, thanks for that question. Anyway, I really have a difficult time putting myself in my shoes. Putting myself in my shoes. I can't tie my own shoes. I have to use Velcro. But, you know, thinking like myself 10 or 20 years ago. But let's go to sleep and continue on in the morning anyway. And, skeletonsness. Suelicatons. Skeletons. Woof. Had an anonymous donor ask any plans for making a game or something themed for the Play Mindcrack server? I don't know. I'm not entirely involved in that, to be honest. I'm not much of a creative Minecraft player or map maker or anything, so who knows? I'm kind of leaving it up to them to decide on what to do, and I mean, I suppose the one thing that was lacking in the previous iteration of the Play Mindcrack server was anything Mindcrack related. I feel it was kind of a shame that there wasn't even any King of the Ladder. That is like the Mindcrack minigame that was first spawned out of Mindcrack. So, I mean, if they are able to, or they want to, or perhaps they already have somebody working on a King of the Ladder game for the next Play Mindcrack server, they could certainly take my design for the ultimate King of the Ladder. But that's a tough one. That's kind of a tough one to implement on a public server. It's really difficult on the first Mindcrack marathon we saw. It's really difficult to have a public King of the Ladder because you know, you just have 500 people at the first rung of the ladder punching each other off each rung, and then 2 or 3 people are able to make it through thanks to lag or whatever other reason. So yeah, that's a tough one. But yeah, I just kind of I'm not too involved. I'm not at all involved in that project, to be honest. So yeah, we'll see where that goes. And like I said, if they want to use my King of the Ladder design, that's fine. Or they want my input, I'll help them out. But otherwise, I don't actively stand up and say I'll offer help with that, simply because it's not my expertise. I don't know what goes into doing such things as those. Let's see here, from Grumpy Old Man, another donation. If you get back into KSP again, would you try Scott Manley's challenge for getting into space and back in the quickest amount of time? I suppose I can address my on-again, off-again relationship with Kerbal Space Program. Yeah, a little bit ago, another month ago or something like that, I restarted my Kerbal Space Program Let's Play. Wolfie? Oh, okay, you made it. That was kind of a long boat ride. I just felt like I might have had to go back to get Wolfie to respawn again, but he's fine. But yeah, I restarted, like, with episode 1. We're gonna start a new Kerbal Space Program thing with the new, the the budgets and the challenges, well, not challenges, but the contracts, that's the one, contracts and things like that, and I got 2 episodes in, and then I stopped. I first of all, I do appreciate everybody's fervent, wanting for me to get back into Kerbal Space Program and how people like that series and everything like that. I appreciate that. It's when things get hostile that I don't appreciate the comments. Oh, I'm gonna unsub. Oh, this, that, or the other. Which, by the way, my general philosophy and my general what's the word I'm looking for? Rule is if somebody takes the time to bother telling me angrily in the comments that they're going to unsub from my channel because this, that, or the other reason, I'll just do them the favor and block them. And, I'll save them the trouble from, maybe they forget to unsub. I'll save them the trouble. So that's generally the way I handle those type of comments. But yeah, I do appreciate and I do understand the... Every channel has that one series or one video gaming channel in particular, that, after a while they'll stop playing, and for whatever reason, well, I know the reason, but for the fervent fandom reason, they're just constantly hounded to start it back up. I'm sure for it's Co's Quest, everybody wants him to, now that he's back on YouTube, why aren't you starting up Co's Quest again, blah, 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 because he doesn't want to, he's done with it, that's over, it's the end. With BOO, it's Build, the Build, his Build series, Let's Build, I think is what he called it. It was a series he started that was pretty popular at first, but, and he tries to restart it every once again, but it's just something he just can't get into, and again, when's Let's Build coming back, this, that, or the other, when's it coming back, and I'm sure even to a degree his building with BOO, his single-player series as well, with, who else am I thinking? Well, I mean, with X, it's David, X, X's Adventures in Minecraft. It's Minecraft. He's doing a lot of streaming now, but that's another one. You see X getting, he starts playing Minecraft, wants to get back into it because people ask for it too, but 3 episodes in, he kind of gives up. He's like, oh, it's still not for me. You can't force yourself to do it. I like Kerbal. To me, that's Kerbal Space Program, I suppose, is that series. And I try to get back into it. I think, I want to keep playing it, but I think I've mentioned time and time again, I'm not a fan of these tycoon-style games with budgets and money and contracts. Same reason I kind of stopped playing Euro Truck Simulator, because it is get your budget, buy a garage here, blah, blah, blah. That sort of aspect to games, for whatever reason, if you love those type of games, that's great. Your SimCities, your that types of games, your Tropico, whatever. Just not my type of game, and that part of the budgets and the contracts in Kerbal Space Program turned that into that for me. Also, it's probably both a blessing and a curse that I did start playing Kerbal Space Program so long ago, so early in development, that now, when they do come out with a major update, like the contract update, when I try to start over from the beginning again, it's all the stuff I've already done again. So starting over from scratch, it's kind of like, oh, this again? I've been there, done that, and simply restarting with this new... it's great for people if they just picked up the game right now to start with the career mode, to learn about the game and kind of start from scratch and build themselves up. But for someone who's already done that 3 or 4 times, it's a little bit repetitive. So I think what I want to do, this is just my plan moving forward. I can't give you a timeline. I can't tell you it's going to start on this date. Although the next update, they are working on a lot of new parts for the space planes and stuff, and different capsules. So that I'm kind of looking forward to, the 2.5 update. But I feel like when I do restart that series, I'm going to do so in the creative mode, or maybe with the save that I've already unlocked all the science. I do like the science aspect. In full creative mode, I do kind of miss being able to transmit and gather science. So maybe I'll start with that last save I had, where I had pretty much everything unlocked in the science tree and the achievement tree, but just have it as a creative game. So I might even go as far as to go back and delete those first 2 videos, episode 1 and 2 of these latest games, just so people stop asking me to continue it. And I might just start over again and just be like, let's just have fun and build stupid crazy ships and build a space station, really have no particular linear storyline or anything like that. Would I do one of the challenges? Maybe. Again, the challenges, you know, I feel like that's not the way I play. Certainly Zisto's attempt at, you know, basically, for those who don't know, Scott Manley is probably the biggest Kerbal Space Program Let's Player, and he set forth this challenge in the vanilla game: get to space, that is 70 kilometers, and back down to Earth in the slowest, or back down to the surface in the slowest, or the quickest time, in the slowest. I can win that! In the quickest time possible, and you basically just have to build a ship that goes bonkers speed up, and then turns around or reverses thrust right at 70 kilometers, and then drop back down and survive the landing. And Zisto did it in like 2 minutes, 40-something seconds or something like that, and then there were some entries that did it in like a minute and a half. You know, that's interesting and that's cool. That was cool to watch. I watched Zisto's attempt, and that was pretty cool, but I'm not, you know, that's not the way I play the game, really. So yeah, I might bring that back. I might bring that series back, but as just more casual, without, you know, it's kind of a shame, because that is going to be what the game is becoming, is this kind of budgets and the contracts and with the inclusion of the science is kind of going to be the full game. But as someone who's been playing it for so long, it's not the game I know, I guess. Am I making sense? Am I making the sense? I'm trying to be open and honest with y'all. So yeah, we'll see where that comes from. But yeah, maybe it'll be a good idea to go back and just delete those 2 reboot episodes. It was an experiment, but a failed one for me at that. And yeah, I could force myself to play it, but that's not the type of gameplay, not the type of videos I want to put out. As I kind of just mentioned, all these other players like X and Co and BOO and stuff. If you try to force yourself to bring back a series for the sake because people keep asking for it, it's not going to be the same as making videos that you actually want to make. So yeah, we'll figure that out eventually. And yeah, thanks for that question. I'm sure, grumpy old man, that wasn't really the point of the question you were trying to ask, but hopefully that makes sense for everybody, and we'll continue onwards and upwards with our channel here and the vlog channel that's going to be coming soon. I'm having problems. It seems like to make a new channel on YouTube, you have to automatically, you have to automatically join Google Plus with that new channel's identity. So that I'm not a big fan of. Trying to figure out a way to avoid doing that, but oh well, it might happen. Oh gosh, so dark. Oh, there we go. So get that up and running. The podcast, the weekly live streams are already up and at them. I don't know, maybe if I can figure it out, maybe I'll live stream from Xbox. But yeah, those have been really going on Thursday. I would like for them to be on Tuesday. Maybe I should just set them on Tuesday. But Tuesday is just so early in the week that I'm still trying to figure stuff out for the rest of the week. So it's really only Thursday afternoons where I'm like, okay, now I've actually taken care of the weekly things I needed to take care of. Let's do a live stream on Thursday. So yeah, look forward to probably tomorrow, Thursday, I'll do another live stream, probably from the Mindcrack server, the actual vanilla Mindcrack server, as we have been doing for a couple hours each week. And yeah, that's where that series is too. People have been asking, oh, when are you going to start uploading Mindcrack vanilla episodes? I'm doing that in the live streams, everybody. The live stream archives are going up, but that is, at least right now, what my Mindcrack series is going to be live streamed. Live streamed indeed. The revolution will be live streamed. So make sure to follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/KurtJMac. Subscribe here. Wolf, yeah, Wolfie agrees. Subscribe here if you're not already. Click that like button. I cannot under emphasize enough how important the amount of likes per video are to get them shared around. And I do just appreciate everybody for checking this out, for donating to Child's Play charity at farlandsofbust.com, and following me along and keeping me company on the journey to the Farlands. My name is Kurt. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you next time. Everybody's like, huh?